What is the secret to standing out in a $73 billion industry? My guest today, Lori Kassin, has done just that. She's built a thriving jewelry brand with 3 successful retail locations, including her latest on Madison Avenue in Manhattan, which is no small feat. But her journey started humbly at 17 years old, selling earrings door to door with just a $3,000 investment from her father. Fast forward a decade, and Lori Kassin Jewels is well known for its high-end pieces, quality service, and, arguably most importantly, a charismatic founder. I'm Victor Bracken. Momentum is where I dive deep with exceptional leaders to uncover the key decisions, defining moments, and lessons that propel them to success, and how those insights can inspire your journey forward. In this episode, Lori shares how she carved out her niche in the crowded jewelry market, the innovative marketing strategies that keep her customers engaged. You guys are going to love that part, by the way. And her bold decision to open a store during the height of COVID. She also reveals the importance of delegation, the power of community, and her advice for ambitious young professionals and really anyone chasing their own big dream. If you've ever wanted to know how to turn a small idea into a thriving business, this episode is for you. Let's dive in. Enjoy. Real quick before we start this episode, did you know Momentum is on every podcast platform, Spotify, Apple, YouTube? To get the links to those platforms, please look at our bio. You can watch it on any platform, so you don't have to stay on the Instagram app while you're watching. Enjoy. Lori Kassin, welcome to Momentum. This is so exciting.
Here we are.
So excited. The day has finally come. Yes. We got you on the podcast.
That's right.
And okay, so for those who don't know who you are, tell us, what do you do? What does your company do?
Yes, so my name's Lori Kassin, guys. I'm the owner of LK Jewels. We sell fine jewelry, which is like gold, diamonds, semi-precious stones, a lot of gifty items, different price points. You know, we could range anywhere between $200 to $50,000. So we literally have an item for every single type of clientele.
Okay, love it.
Thank you.
So how did you start the company? Take me back to really the beginning. Like, were you always...
The beginning?
The beginning. I mean, like where were you born? No, I'm kidding. But,
No.
But, no,
okay.
Really. So were you always into business? Like, did you always work?
I'll tell you, in my entire life, I would never think that I would be a jewelry owner of 3 stores and just doing all this in my entire... I actually wanted to be a dancer my whole life. I love dancing. Like, that was my hobby, but I knew that wasn't, like, going to be a real thing. But basically, let's start back from 2012. So at 2012, my dad's in the jewelry business. And, you know, he has all these different, like, connections and different, you know, vendors. And, he knows the market, the gold's up, down. He has all the connections. So he really... all the things to him, like, he really started me off on this business. And he handed over to me back in 2012.
How old are you?
I was 17.
Okay.
I just got married literally in June, and we started this in September. And he goes, Laura, here's $3,000. Take it. I'm going to help you. Let's go buy a couple of earrings. We bought about, back in the day, like those champagne diamonds were in. So each earring like was $200-$300. So with $3,000, you could buy a nice set of earrings, you know. So we bought like that Indian jewelry, and I would roll them up, and I would go from house to house selling the earrings.
No way.
Literally, I would come to someone's house. They're like, "What do you got, Laura?" Open up the rolls. Okay, I have this earring. Not too many options. There was $3,000, and I would sell, make profit, and reinvest, buy more, and I would sell. And then make profit and reinvest again. And I was not making money. 6, 7, 8 months in, 0 money did I see. So I said, like, should I give up? Should I just, stop this whole business? Like,
right.
I don't get why people do this. They're not making money.
You weren't making, the profit margins were too slim?
Too very small.
Right.
And I just kept reinvesting, like buying more, whatever. And then finally, I would say about like 7, 8 months in, I started to actually see like money coming in. Wow, we're making money, this, that, whatever. And then I said to myself, okay, Laura, what's the next step? So then I would start going to like all these little boutique shows, like the Center Boutique Show and all these little shows. and, you know, meet different people. And by the way, that's my favorite part of this whole entire business.
Yeah.
I love meeting new people, seeing who's out there. So yeah, so that's that.
You said your dad was in the jewelry business.
Yeah.
Why did you not just go work with him? Why did you have to start your own thing? Like, where did that entrepreneurship come in?
So like, I didn't want to just like go into his business, go to the office every day. Like I wanted to basically serve more like for the community.
Right.
So he said, here's the money, go see what you could do, go out there, you have the personality and go see what you could do.
Right.
And then that was that.
Tell me about the grind in the beginning. I mean, you're making money, what, 7, 8 months in?
So 7, 8 months in, we started to make money. And then my major, I would say, turning point of my whole entire business, which made me realize like, wow, Laura, this could actually be something. There was this thing called the Henry Bendel's Buyer's Day.
Okay.
So I don't know if you know what Henry Bendel's is. It's a lot of, I guess, older people know what it is. It's like, it was basically like a Bergdorf in the city, full of accessories, jewelry, hats, all accessories. It was like the hottest thing ever. So they had this thing called the Buyer's Day Out. So basically, anyone in the world can come on this day, stand on the line, and wait to meet the buyers, to show the buyers what do you have to offer, what are you showing them, and who are you, and why do you need to be in Henry Bendel's. So I started pacing back and forth. Should I do it? Should I not? Should I do it? People, like regular friends and family, kept telling me, like, Laura, why on earth would they choose you? Like, just why? Like, why you out of the 100 people waiting on that line?
So how does it work? They choose one person? They choose whoever they like?
You go, you meet, you wait on the line, you meet with them, and if they like you, you'll get an email or a phone call the next few days.
Wow.
Hi, we love your product, we love what you do, and we either want to buy your product or we want you to come do trunk shows in our location.
Right.
And it was huge at the time.
Right.
It was holiday, Christmas season, like Hanukkah, like it was just a good season to do it. So then I said, you know what? I'm not listening to anyone. I was about 7 months pregnant with my first kid. I said, I'm going to wait on that line. And I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to make them buyers want to choose me.
Love it.
So I went 1 hour, 2 hours later. Finally, after the whole line, I got to the buyers. You know, I was meeting them and I opened up my rolls again. And they're like, so what do you do? And I go, look, this is my idea, the champagne diamonds. I put stones together, different things together. They're like, wow, this is amazing. Like, and then I left off. I was like nervous. Did they like me? Did they not like me? And then sure enough, about 2, 3 days later, I got a phone call from them. Hi, we want to make a meeting. Come meet with all our buyers again. We want to see your product again. And I kept doing trunk shows there, meeting different people. And, you know, like they have a lot of like a higher end clientele will come and spend and do. It's on Fifth Avenue. So it was like huge. And then ever since then, I knew like I had something very special and I just wanted to keep going. Like I wasn't letting anyone take me down.
Great.
No one. There were friends that made comments, a few family members, why are you doing this? Why do you need this? No one's going to take me down. This is my goal and this is what I'm going to do.
Love it. What do you think stood out to them about you? Was it your product? Was it your personality? How did you get that call back?
I don't know. To me, of course, I feel like it's the product, but I also feel like I'm very good with socializing and, you know, more of like a selling point. Like I know how to sell you.
And it leads right into my next question, which is that anyone can sell jewelry, right? So I was doing some Googling. I think jewelry in the United States, like a $73 billion industry. And I wanted to ask you, what stands out about you? And I want you to talk a little bit about your marketing because you focus on that a lot.
Forget it, guys. Marketing is my favorite thing in the whole entire world. It takes up my entire life, but I really feel like it sells the people. Like now, for example, guys, right now is Hanukkah holiday season. So everyone wants to know, what's the next thing this girl's going to do? Last year, I did the chocolate bars. You come on in, you open up a chocolate bar. If you get the golden ticket, you win $1,000 to my store.
Great.
So I said, this year, I can't do the same thing. I have to keep everyone on their toes all the time. It's my hardest thing ever, but I literally invest my life into my marketing. More than my jewelry, more than my buying. Instagram and marketing is everything, guys. Mark my words, it is everything.
Love it. Wow. Okay, that's great. I hope you're enjoying the episode so far. If you are, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. If you're not, leave a dislike. But really, if you're enjoying the episode, please share it with somebody who could use a little bit of inspiration. We're trying to grow the podcast as big as possible. Anything you could do to help with that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. Let's get back to it. Take me back to the earlier days of the business, the growth stage, right? So you started in 2012. Take me up until 2018, 19. How'd you go from there? You have 3 locations now. Huge. Congratulations.
Thank
by
you.
the way. Yeah, great. So tell me a little bit about growing the company.
So now I would say around 2017, 2018, even 2019, I decided that I'm not going to sell out of my house anymore.
Oh, so you were selling out of your house up until then?
Correct.
For 5 years?
5 years selling out of my house, I was also raising little babies. So it was very hard for me to go open a store, and every year or 2 years I was pregnant, taking care of another baby. Like, it was very hard for me to be out. Everyone was still like very babyish, so it was a little tough. But then about I had my 3rd girl, it was like 2018, 2019, and I decided that I'm going to go to, I don't know if you guys know, Twist. It's a boutique clothing store on Avenue U. And I said, I'm going to open a small concession there. And I'm going to see how it goes. The first year, I'm going to open 2 days a week with a few hours, then 3 days. And then then Mag and David actually sent me someone to intern by me.
Nice.
So then I had my first worker.
That's cool.
And then I started, I had 1 worker there. So now I would have a salary to pay. And then we slowly grew from then. And then I would say literally right before COVID, 2020, I decided that I wanted to open my own store, my own location. We actually partnered with the t-shirt shop. So all our locations that we open is with the t-shirt shop.
Got it.
And then we have the same type of clientele. So we bring each other the same customers. I'll bring her people in, she'll bring her people, you know what I mean? It just works. And this way you can keep opening locations together, and it makes it much easier. It's so much easier to grow that way when you have some type of partner.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Nice. So when did you open up your first store? COVID hits. Did you have a store open yet?
So COVID hits, and I called up Jeanette Gamal and I said, Jeanette, let's do it. Let's open a new store. Let's gut the place out, and we're going to open this new store. And we finally opened it in November, but it was COVID. So we weren't allowed to open.
Oh, wow.
Stores weren't allowed to be open. Otherwise, you get a ticket. It was disastrous. But I feel like in COVID, a lot of people were just letting go. I can't work. What do you want me to do? 4 or 5 months, people are home. No one wants to work. No one this, that. I wasn't letting go. I said, it cannot be 4 or 5 months. I'm going to sit home and I just bought all this inventory.
Right.
Well, I'm just going to look at it all day?
Yeah.
I'm not doing this. COVID's not going to stop me.
Love it.
That was the bottom line of it. So I actually had a cool idea. It took off. I opened my phone and I sat there on Instagram Live. I put Instagram Live and I said, let's see. And people started, coming on the Instagram Live, and I started showing pieces. We have a yellow gold diamond heart, 1,400, da-da-da. All of a sudden I get a DM, me, I'll take it.
Wow.
I said, okay, this is working.
That's great.
I took another piece. We have diamond studs, I'll take it. I go, what's going on over here? This is crazy.
Yeah.
And then I just started selling on Instagram Live because our stores had to be closed. I just paid so much money to open this store. And I just bought all this inventory, and it's just not going to stop me. We're going to continue to sell. And I sold online like that, and I would drive around and drop off bags. Mother's Day came, May. I said, I am going to continue to make my sales. I'm not going to let it stop. I was very driven. I couldn't handle just sitting home, not doing anything. And COVID was actually my busiest time.
Wow.
We worked till all hours at night.
That's great.
Sarah Cohen came to my house all hours at night, and we're selling Instagram, shipping back, forth. It was just, I had to get things rolling. I would buy more goods. The vendor's like, why are you buying goods? I go, what do you mean? It's the busiest season.
That's
He's
great.
like, what?
I love that.
So we did everything on Instagram Live.
Wow.
And then that led to my whole Hatzalah,
Love it.
everything I do for them.
Which is huge, by the way, and we're gonna get into that.
Yes.
We have. Usually, I like to leave the last, the end of the episode
For the Hatzalah.
for community.
Yeah, love that.
We're gonna get into it. I love it.
Love.
So tell me, so you're selling on Instagram Live, which is, by the way, great.
Crazy
'cause
idea,
everyone's
no?
on their phones. during COVID.
Everyone's bored. So
Yeah.
all I kept doing was going on the live. You could ask anyone, they all know me.
That's great.
2020 was my time to shine.
Love
All I
it.
did was go on Instagram Live and sell.
Wow.
It
And
was
you still had the
crazy.
store at that point, you just couldn't open, right?
We couldn't open because
Right.
we would hide under the gate, this, that, because if they see you open, you get a ticket. It was crazy.
When did the store open up?
So then finally, COVID, thank God, everything got better. People started to get back into routine and we were able to open our store. And, we did amazing. Thank God. We grew. We were a little nervous. We invested so much. But to me, I feel like the more you invest, the more you make. That's how I look at it. You make things nice. You make things nice and enjoyable for the clients. They'll spend more. So always don't ever think, oh, let me cheapen out. Invest. I promise you'll make it all back plus more.
Love that.
And then things went very well. And then I spoke to Jeanette and I said, what are we going to do about Deal? She has her separate store. I'm still in Twist. I said, we need to open up another location together in Deal, New Jersey. And about, I think it was 2 years ago, we got a decorator for all our locations and we found the right place, the right landlord, and we opened the second location in Deal, New Jersey. And again, we invested a lot in it, from the wallpaper to the gutting to the knockout, whatever. And again, the store did super amazing.
Great.
So thank God. And then now that leads me to today.
Tell us.
Guys, we just opened about a month and a half ago on Madison Avenue. Us and the t-shirt shop.
So cool.
It's the craziest thing in the world. It's actually a crazy story also. About 2 months ago, it was like September 30th, I went out for dinner with a friend and whatever, and we were just discussing and someone had a place for me and they were like, no problem, take this location, but you have to open in 1 month because it's holiday season.
Right.
If you don't open now, don't open at all.
Right.
So I said, hold on, it's September 30th and I need to open November 1st. There's Yom Kippur, Sukkot, and Rosh Hashanah in that 1 month. So how am I gutting an entire place, putting merch and showcases and everything in 1 month with 3 holidays in between? I said, take it or leave it. I said, you know what? I'm doing it. That's it. Challenge me. I'm going to open this store in 1 month.
Yes.
With all these holidays.
Love it.
And we had sleepless nights. I jumped on a plane to Miami 24 hours, literally 3 a.m. to 3 a.m. because I didn't want to sleep there, and bought all merch for the store and merchandise. And it was wow.
Wow.
I didn't sleep for a month. But November 4th, we had our grand opening.
That's awesome.
And we really, thank God, guys, we killed it. It opened me up to a whole different community, different people, city people. Like I told you, I love meeting new people. Like that's my favorite part of this whole entire job is socializing, making people happy. I don't know. That's my favorite part of this whole thing. I don't care about the jewelry. I just love knowing people, meeting new people, and just putting myself out there.
And do you think that's what brings people into the store?
I think so.
Yeah, love it, love it. The personality.
We're doing everything from the heart. I love everyone.
People
Buy.
like
I feel like you want to come by, buy. You don't want to come by, still come by and just talk to me. And I want to be your friend.
Love it. I love that. So let's shift towards the advice that you might have for young people in the community, out of the community, whatever it is, ambitious people who want to start their own companies someday. What's your advice for them? How do you set yourself apart? Like, just tell me.
So I feel like everyone always asks me, like, Laura, how do you do it? You have 3 stores. Thank God you have young children. You have a household. Forget it. I have meetings from therapists for my kids to my store on Madison wants this, but Jersey wants that, but Brooklyn wants this. It's like everything's always flying. But I feel like sometimes you just have to let go and let the people that you hired, let them help you. When you build a great team and you trust in your team, you will be successful. I know it's very hard. You always want to do everything yourself. I want to be there for this client. I want to be in the city and Jersey. And then you have to let go. You have to build a team and you have to trust your own team.
Love it. Delegation.
Yeah, that's my number one thing. I love to delegate, whether it's in my house, whether it's in my store. I could delegate all day long. And this is how everything is going to get done because one human person can't do all these. You can't be 20 people in one. You can't. It's physically impossible. Like I remember I used to, even a month ago, it's stress. I wish I was in the city store. All customers are there. But I'm in Brooklyn. But wait, I wish I was in Jersey. There's all customers there. There's no wishing. You're one person, and there's only so much you can do. So if you have so much on your plate, build a team, hire people, trust them, let them do what they have to do. And then you'll be so successful. You'll get everything done, I promise.
Did you ever struggle with delegation, or was it always natural for you? Because a lot of people, it's a hard thing for them.
Everyone always says oh, is delegating hard? I don't see why it's hard. If you're super organized, you have everything written down from the beginning of the week. My dinners have to be done. These deliveries have to go out. The shipping, if you just stay organized from the beginning of the week, I always say, time is money. Every single minute of your time is money. It's valuable. Don't waste your time. Do what you gotta do.
Well, that's why you don't find delegation hard. Everything is written down, recorded.
Everything is written down, handled. I'll text my workers from the night before. These are the things that need to get done today. Fill out these orders, ship these orders. This guy's coming to pick this up. I always prepare them from the night before.
That's the key.
So that day, everyone doesn't get stressed out and everything gets done. I promise you guys, I still have a social life. I make sure to hang with my friends, text them, let's go for dinner, this, that. My children, I'm on top of everything, and my stores, it's the only way. Trust your team and build one.
Love it. That's great. That's a good one. Okay,
Right.
so let's shift a little bit towards community. We mentioned your involvement with Hatzalah before, but I want to shift towards community in general, and then we'll get into how you're involved. So how has being a part of the community, helped kickstart your company?
So honestly, without this community, I don't think I would be here today. Like literally, we are so lucky to be part of this community. I know no one realizes it, but you don't understand. They're so supportive. Anyone that opens anything, that's us. We just want to support them. We just want to see them do well.
It's amazing.
We're so lucky. Like, we are so lucky to be in this type of community where they care. They want to see people do good. And really, guys, I just want to thank you, because today I would not be here if it wasn't for every single person in this community. Whether they bought from me, whether they just liked my Instagram photo or anything, or whether they entered my Hatzalah contest, anything. Really, guys, I just want to say thank you, because this community is an unbelievable community.
Beautiful. Tell me about the Hatzalah initiative.
Okay.
Yeah, legit. By the way, it's tiring. Like talking.
Holy cow!
Legit. No,
No,
joke.
this is what I do all day, but
I love it.
all
It's
day,
great.
this is what I do.
You're a natural. I can tell. Like, it's awesome.
People probably have take two.
Legit. No. This is what I should keep all this in. By the way, legit, I love it.
It's a crazy item.
Yeah.
Okay. So with the Hatzalah, basically, like I told you, COVID hit. I had a crazy story. I decided every year I do a Mother's Day contest. So I said, COVID year, I'm going to do a Mother's Day contest, but for every entry, I'm going to give $1 to Hatzalah. They were in the front lines. It was hard for them. Like, there was a lot going on during COVID. Hatzalah was very, very, jammed, and they couldn't keep up. So I said, I'm going to donate what I can. For every entry, I'm going to give $1. So then it started adding up. I think it came out to like $2,000 at the time. This was back in 2020.
Right.
And we go on Instagram Live, and I go on with Mr. Harry Ajmi. He is literally super amazing, the best.
The best.
And we start talking, and on the live, we start raising more and more money. And when Harry comes on, I'll never forget his words. He just kept saying, double down. Everyone needs to learn to double down. I said, okay. We raised the money, gave it to Hatzalah, end of discussion, over. Then, you're going to freak out right now. Exactly 1 year later, double down. I had twin boys after 3 girls, and Hatzalah saved my life. Literally saved my life, me and my twins. Rushed me to the hospital with a super emergency before, and saved our life.
Wow.
And it just shows you how things work. You give, and Hashem will save you. So it's just crazy. Harry said, double down. The twins and Hatzalah saved my life.
Wow.
So it just shows you, I kept saying, like, why am I raising money for Hatzalah? Like, why is this happening? Like, but just shows you the power of, like, Hashem. He put you in that situation for a reason, and 1 year later, you saw what happened? And ever since then, I said, I am always going to do this for Hatzalah. I can't have so much hakarat hatov to them and what they do, and they're so amazing. And about, I would say last year, we do it every single year, but last year, 2024, Mother's Day contest, we actually raised $150,000
Wow.
in 6 days.
Wow.
Just for my Instagram Live.
That's huge.
And me and Harry talking in the end, I gave away a $10,000 gift certificate to LK, and everyone entered. It could be small entries, big entries, and now we all have a truck, a Hatzalah truck. It says, from the Lori Kassin Instagram family.
That's so cool.
How amazing is that?
That is so cool.
Like, to me, that's my life. Like, there's only so much I could do for them, and I wish I could even do more than that.
Wow.
Like, it's so amazing what they do.
Wow.
Really.
That's great. How do you advise young adults nowadays to utilize the community? You mentioned the community kickstarted your business. You would not have your company if it weren't for the community, right?
Right.
How do you advise young adults today, or people, anyone today, to take advantage of that?
I feel like because we're all part of this community, it's all about who you know. That's also a number one thing. It's always good to get out there, know people, network. It's all about who you know, what you know, make the connections, get out there, and don't be afraid, and don't let anyone put you down. If you have a dream, if you have a goal, go for it.
I want you to put yourself in the shoes of a high schooler, an ambitious high schooler who wants to start their own company someday. How do you, like, what would you say to them to inspire them?
So I would say to someone who wants to start a new business, don't be afraid of not making money in the beginning.
Okay.
Because I'm not going to lie, in the beginning, I was very nervous. Like, the first 6-7 months, I said, why am I doing this? Why should I work so hard to make $0? Like, it makes no sense. I'm working and reinvesting, and working and reinvesting. You're making no money. So, like, why would I continue this? Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I feel like don't get let down from that. Just keep going. I promise you it's all going to work out and you're going to do amazing. So don't stop from the beginning. Continue. Push through it. You fall down for a second, get up, do it again. Keep moving.
Beautiful.
Don't let anyone stop you.
Love it. By the way, the thing when you got it ready in a month, that's
1 month.
That's
It was a construction site.
Yeah.
We literally boom the whole thing.
How'd you even
And put merch there.
How'd you even get people to send you things in
What
time?
about get workers?
Yeah, tell me. Wait.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. I want to hear about that.
Think about it. You need to open a new store in the city, right? So that means you need workers, you need showcases, you need, I don't know how much merch, but crazy amount of merch. You need to decorate the place. And for us, for like jewelry purposes, for insurance purposes, there's a lot. You need a safe, you need alarm, you need security, you need that. It was just so much. It was literally, but I was so driven. Like I said, I'm going to open this store. Like there was no choice. And when I put my head into something, even if I'm under pressure, doesn't matter what, I was getting this done. And sure enough, boom. I hopped on a plane for 24 hours,
Love
okay?
It. Sick. How important do you think that is, being driven, your work ethic in order to
Yeah,
to
so
succeed?
I'm very, very, very driven. I don't give up very easily. I really don't. And also, this is another thing. Like, when I do something, I put my all into it. It's like you have me 100%. You know what I mean? Not 50%, 70%, fully. I'll be 1 a.m. at night tagging merch in my bed, like that type of thing, you know? Holiday season's here. It's like, how much could we sell in this 1 month? You know, it's not, oh, laid back, this. I'm always planning. You know what I mean?
Love it. I want to ask you our show's signature question. As you know, the show is called Momentum. We try to inspire people on their journey to success to build up their momentum. You know, it's like baby steps. You know,
Yes,
it's the snowball effect. So I want to ask you, for you, what was your momentum moment? What was the moment where you realized it could be a real business? It was turning around. Like, you know, you weren't making money in the beginning. So when did you realize that, wow, this is something I could do for the rest of my life?
I would say when Ben Dells called me and said, we like your product, we like you, so come on in and let's have another meeting.
That's an amazing story, by the way.
So I was just like, wow, I did it. Like, this could actually be something. I don't know what, but like we have something. So let's go with it. Let's go with the flow.
Love it. Wow. Okay, it's great. Anything else you want to tell the community, the youth of the community? Anything else to inspire anyone?
I feel like for all the young people that, you feel like it's so hard. How could I ever be this? My advice is to always keep going, stay driven, and don't let anything get in your way. Don't let anything pull you down, and just keep going. You'll do amazing.
It's great. Lori, thank you so much.
Thank
The whole
you.
community is watching you, following your Instagram,
That's
making
right.
sure, we have eyes on your next move. We don't know what it will be, but
Get it, guys. We're always keeping everyone on their toes.
Love
I'll
it.
tell you that much.
That's the key. Marketing, by the way.
It's all about the marketing.
Love it. Okay, Lori, thank you so much. This was great.
Got it.
Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Momentum. Lori shared some incredible insights about what it takes to stand out in a competitive industry, like how marketing isn't just important, it's everything, and why delegation and building a strong team is crucial to growing your business. She also emphasized the power of persistence, whether it was selling door to door with no guarantee of making a profit, opening a store in the height of COVID, or juggling the demands of 3 locations while raising a family. Lori's story is proof that with enough drive and creativity, anything is possible. What stuck out to me was Lori's salesmanship. She clearly knows how to connect with people, build trust, and turn every interaction into an opportunity. And I can personally tell you that that's a common theme I've noticed among all the founders that I've interviewed. If you enjoyed this episode, you're going to love my conversation with Jack Ovadia. Jack founded Ovadia Design Group, an award-winning architectural and interior design firm. He opened up about the struggles of starting and scaling a business in one of the most competitive industries in the world. And, more broadly, he spoke about how to scale a company that is the brainchild of your passion. You can find that episode on any platform, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, by searching up Momentum Jack Ovadia. Again, that's Momentum Jack Ovadia on every platform. Before I go, just a quick reminder, Momentum is on every podcast platform, Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts. In case you didn't know, you can find links to all those platforms on our website, themomentumpodcast.com. Also, just check out the website. It's very cool. You're going to love it. Let me know what you think. That said, thank you for listening to this episode. Don't forget to subscribe, rate the show 5 stars. It really helps us out. Share with a friend who could use a little inspiration. Oh, and also, leave a comment. I'm almost getting too rich and too famous to respond to the comments, but leave a comment while you have a shot at getting a response from me. No, but in all seriousness, thank you for watching. Until next time.